Well, howdy again. Been a while since I made a video, and I do need to keep on top of this. If you hear the clicking and clacking, that's the dogs. They just have to be in part of everything. There you saw I'm making my pre-workout mix. I buy all the powders, I mix them myself, save a lot of money that way, make sure I don't get any junk in it. So, thought I'd go over what I put in it and why I put that in there, and maybe that'll help you, maybe it won't. But I put them all into these little containers, and that way I can cap it and I can take it on the truck with me. I just pour a little water in there and shake, and I'm good to go. Easy peasy. That's the way I like it. So let's get started with what we have. First one I take is Dim. Now, because I'm on testosterone, I take Dim, which, by the way, can not be approved in certain athletic events. So if you're a competitor, you want to be sure that you understand if you can or can't take this. Anyways, it's got a big long word in it that I can't pronounce, and I'm not going to try to. But because I'm on testosterone, I take it to keep my estradiol's low. Some people might want to take it just to keep their estradiol's naturally low. That's reasonable too. So, but some people don't need it. Next one I have on here is HMB. HMB I actually take for a personal medical reason that is probably not even important. It's just a precaution. Probably has nothing to do with price of tea in China. It's not something I'd recommend most people. I wouldn't say, hey, you're working out, you should start taking that. But if you are going to take to it, it slows protein breakdown and helps you retain strength. The studies on it are here and there and all over the place. So, if you got extra money and you're buying it in like this powder form, it's really cheap, it might be worth it. If you're on a budget, that's one of the first ones I'd throw out the window. Probably throw the Dim out the window too if you're on a tight budget, because again, unless you specifically know you have an estradiol, raised estradiol level, there's no point. So the next one would be creatine. Well, goodness gracious, do I need to even discuss creatine? I mean, by the way, I take the recommended doses that come on these packages. I'm not even going to go into doses because it is really simple. It depends on who you get it from and what percentage of concentration or anything else. So, I do the recommended doses from what I get. So, creatine, it helps ATP. That's the energy. It keeps the energy flowing to the muscles and the brain. Now, I always think that's important. I have a history of Alzheimer's in the family, so everything that could be possibly good for the brain, I like to do. So, the next one would be beta-alanine. Well, that's just to help you with muscle endurance. It helps you feel tingly. Let me tell you, for pre-workout, beta-alanine is almost a definite. It just gets you a little bit pumped, helps you motivate, whatever. So, I'm trying to get that so I'm not like shadow eye, I noticed. So, yeah, anyways, so beta-alanine, I think it's really important. I don't put any stems in my pre-workout. So, and some of you might want to. I'm going to tell you one thing. Part of the reason I don't, if I want a stem, I'll drink a cup of coffee, I'll buy a Red Bull. I will never, ever, ever have powdered caffeine in this house. Ever. It's too freaking dangerous. People have overdosed. I got dogs, as you probably have heard. If they got into it, they would die. They would overdose. People accidentally put too much of it in because they think it's something else. You get it all. I mean, when you make this stuff, you get it all over the freaking place. You get it on your skin. It's not always easy. No, I am never in a billion freaking years having powdered caffeine anywhere in this house, anywhere near me. I just think it's way too dangerous. And, we've seen this a few times where somebody's like, someone died or had heart attacks because they thought their caffeine was something else. Everything else here, if I accidentally take too much creatine today, no big deal. When I took too much creatine every single day, when my kidneys have a problem, yes. But just today, no big deal. My body would handle it. The beta-alanine would be definitely a special effect, but beta-alanine is one of those ones. It's not really a powder; it's a crystal, so it's really hard to confuse it with something else. But still, I'm not, I think powdered caffeine is just way too dangerous. So I don't take it. The next one would be L-arginine. Okay, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. Now, it's Aakg. Now, Aakg, I think for muscle building has, they've done studies. It doesn't look pretty. It's another one of those where if you're on a tight budget, you might not want to. Part of the reason I take it is because there's great studies that it slowed aging in mice. And I'm not just talking about the cosmetic, which it did do that. I am talking like mice who are taking it like they were more vibrant, their organs were healthier, they were more active in their older age in taking doses of Aakg. That's why I take it, because I think it's a great anti-aging. And again, like I said, with Alzheimer's running in my family, everything I can do to help tissue remain young and to help my brain, because we don't know. I mean, they might prove that this isn't any good. I mean, we're guessing. I have to guess what the future holds. I have to take people's theories now and say, is that worth it? Can it harm me? Yes or no? And may it help me in the future? Yes or no? So, that's why I do that. Now, Aakg helps nitric oxide. This can be important because there's this great thing, this graph I saw, and it showed as you age, especially people over 40, helping their nitric oxide or kind of in their blood vessels. It can help get those vessels vibrant and younger, so it can help your heart so you don't get as many clogs. But as far as Aakg goes for working out, Aakg is simply I think it really helps with health. I think it'll help with aging and the vital organs, but I don't think it's going to make me lift any heavier. And then we're almost down to the end. L-citrulline D-L-malate. I'm butchering these things. That's heart health, vessel health. It helps cardiovascular and helps your blood flow, helps reduce blood pressure. I think this is important too. There's some stuff that it helps, that blood flow to muscles, giving you more pump and blah, blah, blah. And, if it's 1-2%, great. If not, I still think this is a healthy thing. If you're only looking for the pump and the workout and the things that are absolutely going to help you in the gym, I think that's going to be the beta-alanine, because it's going to help you really feel it. And the creatine. And the rest is just you be healthy, and it's just a great time to take it. Now, the last thing I do is I do bone collagen. It's got the collagen, and which is good for the building blocks in your cells. And it's, of course, got protein, not nearly as much as like a protein powder, but I'm really working really hard on doing more keto or low carb, high protein. I'd rather get my protein sources from food, but knowing that even when you're getting protein sources from food, you're still a little low on as much protein as you need. So that's a little bit of an extra supplement, especially just before a workout. And also, I don't think you get enough collagen throughout the day when you're doing this. So I go ahead and that's part of my pre-workout. Now, typically in my pre-workout, I also add a couple drops of iodine, because I don't eat fish, so I don't get iodine any other way. We don't have iodine. Salt and the micro levels that they put in the vitamin is enough to keep you from getting goiters or whatever they're called. It's enough to. But I honestly don't think that they're the levels that are suggested are enough. People in Japan take, a lot more micrograms instead of micronized grams. Anyways, I'm getting myself confused. They take a lot more. Because I don't eat fish, I go ahead and I add a couple drops of iodine in there. I probably take a little bit more than's recommended. That's a drop or two. I take 4 or 5, putting me a little bit more on level with what people in Japan will be consuming on a daily basis. And I don't even do that every single day, because when I'm out, I don't have it, and it's only when I'm home. So again, that's something you really need to consider personally, because I take a much higher dose. Most of your multivitamins will have it, and all you need to do is make sure that you're healthy. And the things I would avoid from pre-workouts, none of this has any kind of artificial sweeteners. There are no sugars. There's no junk. I don't need all the fillers. Don't need all the extra. If you don't have time, dude, this is a way cheap way compared to pre-workouts. Way, way cheaper. If you got the money, you want to buy this particular pre-workout again, the more ingredients, the more junky it is. This way I'm sure of what I'm getting. And, hey, I'm saving money on top of it. And I really like that. So it's all up to you. There's no wrong way to do this unless you're being unhealthy. So good luck. Have a great one.